I'm Yolanda Vega, and this is CNN Univision. I got this job because I slept with the producer. I don't understand why Americans have a problem with Harvey Weinstein. I have to sleep with the pharmacist. When I want some milk, I have to the milk boy. Quanta la mera. There is a brand new reggaeton song coming out, but you wouldn't know it because it sounds like every other one. Don't worry, you'll still get pregnant to it. Right now, there are many crises all over the world. For example, Brazil is no longer issuing butt implants. Nobody likes a flat ass. Please don't go away because we are coming back right after these commercials for where you can get lip fillers. Back to you, Yolanda. And in other news, I'm going to do a spin, and you're going to go, wow, that was really good journalism. For CNN Univision, this has been Yolanda Vega. Please make sure to subscribe to my OnlyFans account.
Another episode of Those Smack Talking Guys. Full of opinions on games, music, culture, and current events. These guys cover it all while humiliating each other. This is Generation Flip. Don't forget, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And now, crapping it up, here's your hosts.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Generation Flip Podcast. But first, let me introduce my boy from San Jose. Y'all know him, the bald, the big and fat, beautiful man. I know, Mr. Big Brown. What's going down, Big Brown?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I mean, I don't like that fat joke, dog. I'm getting skinny now. You know, I'm on that slim slow, dog. I'm trying to slow it down a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But no, we're good. Everything's great out here in the Bay Area. Funny thing is, we hit 71 degrees today. Unbelievable. Weather's beautiful. I'm going to have to clean up the Harley and get it out there and do a little riding pretty soon. But enough of that. Let's get to the topics of today and a great person we're going to bring out today. This gal is funny. She is the crazy Albanian. She's gone to Trump rallies. She does it all, man. I can't wait to get into some of the commentary with her and find out what's really inside of that and that makes her tick. She's got a lot of good information, and I'm excited to bring her on, man. You guys can find her on Instagram and YouTube. Very, very, very funny person. So I'm excited to bring out the crazy Albanian.
Here we go, baby. The one and only Leonarda.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair toss, check
What's
my
going on, woman?
Baby, how you feeling?
How are you doing?
Keep it moving, yeah.
I'm glad that you made it. I appreciate it. It's been a real hectic schedule here at Generation Flip, but we're trying to stay on our feet here. I appreciate you coming out. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I like that intro song. I think I'm going to use that every time I walk into the bedroom.
Right?
Head toss. You gotta give him the head toss too, right?
Right. Yes. I love it. Hey, one of the things that we love about you is you're not afraid to take on some funny topics. I got to see some of the Trump rallies stuff, and man, I'll tell you what, I couldn't stop laughing, you know, and I thought about it. I mean, it takes a special person to go out there to do that. I would be afraid, but I think with you being a female going out and talking to these guys and saying that stuff, hats off to you, man. You knocked it out of the park. I think it was fantastic. Yeah.
I definitely had a little bit of hesitation because, you know, you're just going up to random strangers and going, hey, I want to ask you some questions. But what I found at the Trump rally was most of the people were really cool. There was like some people who weren't, but it wasn't because it's because they had been burned by the media so many times. They had been portrayed so terribly that they were like, well, who do you work for? I was like, actually, I'm just independent, and you can look at, I'm actually just really trying to see what's going on out here. And then they were cool with talking to me and having a good time. So.
Yeah. We saw that on YouTube, and I'll tell you, hilarious when you walked up to those two black guys, and you're like, I feel threatened over here. My life's threatened over here. Do you remember that?
I don't, because I don't see color.
There you go. I like that. I like that.
Good.
I'll
good,
tell
good.
you. Yeah, and I know what Flip was trying to say, but
Well,
it
yeah.
was just because of
I'm just messing with you. That's right. There was when I saw any sort of black people or Latinos at the Trump rally, I targeted them because everybody, I mean, not targeted, but I approached them because everybody was making it seem like um, Trump rallies were all white supremacist stuff, which really wasn't the case. And
Right.
then I thought it was funny to interview them because Joe Biden had just come out and said that thing like, if you have trouble deciding if you're between me or Trump, then you ain't black. I was like, so a white person gets to define what it means to be black? Like, I don't get
right.
that.
Yeah.
I went up. There was these two. They were brothers and they were black, and they were older gentlemen, and they were just so nice. And we talked a little bit before the camera was rolling, and then I said, hey, let's can we get this on camera? He's like, great. And then I just started right away with like, oh, these two black guys don't know they're black.
So wait, you support Donald Trump?
Absolutely.
Okay, you guys heard it first. Two black people who don't know they're black.
I'm 71 years old.
For all the millennials watching, 71 is like basically dead.
I basically did. I'll be here when you're gone.
He just threatened my life. This is what Trump supporters do. Okay? The violence that I've experienced today
It's amazing, isn't
is
it?
out of control. So I'm a Muslim for Jesus. Is that okay?
So you gotta give him a chance to repent.
I just think that Muslims, when they wage jihad, they have to say in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, and it's okay. So where are you guys from?
Columbus, Ohio. We're
Somebody's getting shot outside my window in the Bronx, and I'm like, don't go to Ohio. They're violent. They're dangerous.
Not yet.
They're dangerous.
Not yet.
Not yet. You heard it here. Second threat on my life today. All right, here we go. This guy looks violent. Let's get him in over here. Are you okay being next to black people, or are you?
What you talking about? We're
Look at this.
Americans.
Look at this. We just healed racism right here. You hate China.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you from, sir?
Huh?
Where are you from?
Yes.
Are you from China?
No, hell no. That's the insult.
You guys saw it here today, right?
No.
People at the Trump rally who hate themselves.
Busted up laughing.
They were cool.
You have so much good content out there on YouTube and on your actual web page. We'll leave that in the description for everybody. But hilarious. I've seen your stand up. It's just funny. I told Brown, I said, man, we gotta reach out to her and get her on the show. So I was a little after you to come on our show. It's hilarious. You're hilarious.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you leave no stone unturned when you're with your comedy, and that's what I love about it. You're just one way or the other, and the crazy Albanian. I think you mentioned that you replicated that after one of your parents.
Both of my parents, actually.
Oh, both of your parents. Yeah, tell us the story.
Well, I would always do these little skits with my cousin because my cousin and I both have very similar backgrounds. So we'd be talking about something, and then I would start impersonating our parents, like how they would address the issue. And it always ended up being like, my mom, but with like the sternness of my father, right? And she was like, you need to put that in a sketch. And I was like, nobody's going to get it. Nobody's going to get it. Nobody even knows what an Albanian is. Just leave that alone. And then my boyfriend really convinced me to do it. He's like, you got it. Let's just do one. So we did. And that was my best performing sketch at the time. So I was like, screw it. I'm going to give the people what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Run with it.
Yeah, definitely. So, also, you just don't. You do a lot of stand up. Anything new recently or coming up that you?
So I've been on Kill Tony a bunch. This
Kill
actually my
Tony,
fourth
right.
appearance. Yeah, that just came out this week, so you can look that up. I'm always like basically the last comic to go up because that's the time that they actually end up calling a woman. It's always great though. Those guys are really great. Like Tony and Brian Redband are like they're good. They're good guys who are trying to help out up and coming comedians. So their show is definitely like that's their work and that's their platform. But when they find good comedians, they really support them. And I've gotten a lot of support from them. Like Brian Redband's put me on his secret show multiple times, not just when I got it from Kill Tony. And Tony's always very nice, and he talks to me like after the show. He talks to many comedians after the show and just lends an ear. So I've been doing that. I perform all over Austin.
pretty regularly, and then I'm in talks with getting my own show up. It's going to be like a late night show, but like if it was actually funny. So
Is it going to be like network, cable?
no. It's going to be a live late night show in Austin that then we're going to put on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
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 Yeah.
I'll
Nice.
definitely check
Subscribe
that
to
out.
my- If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll be the first to know about it. So
Nice.
well,
And that's one of the things we'll do. We'll put your YouTube channel out there for everybody to go out there and subscribe and like and hit all the bells and do all that stuff for you. Because we definitely know you're going to be on a TV show pretty soon. You're going to have your own show. And we can't wait for you to come to California. California's got a lot of comedy stops. We have a big one here called like the Improv, right? I think every city has an improv. So I was just looking at our improv and you get so many people coming through there. And then I travel to San Diego quite a bit, and I go to the one, I think it's called American Comedy Club or something like that over there. And I can't wait for you to come out to California. If you do, please shout it out. We'll put it on our show. We'll let you know where you're going to be at. And then I'll be out there. I'll be the first in line. I can't wait. And that's one thing about you. You ain't got no scruples, girl. You let it out, and I love it because you just let it go.
I got no more kids. No more for a laugh.
I think
There
I
you
asked
go.
you. I think I asked you in a previous conversation, like, have you ever gone out and done like SNL or something like that? And I'm surprised you haven't been on SNL. I mean,
I think they would take a look. I think they would take one look at my history and go, "Yeah, this bitch is gonna be canceled before we even give her a job." So,
That's even better. That makes people want to see you even more. So I love it. I really do, man.
I like the raw stuff. I mean, people love the raw stuff.
yeah, but have you watched SNL?
I have.
Yeah, they taper it back a little bit, right? They don't really let it out.
Back a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. It's only like stuff that goes with the woke. If it's cool with the woke mob, then they'll put it up.
Right. No, you're exactly right. I noticed
Once
that.
in a while, they have some really good sketches. Like I remember they did the one with Tom Hanks a little while ago, where he was on Jeopardy and he was playing like a redneck.
Oh yeah.
He was like on Black Jeopardy. I remember the one funny line. It was like, about putting the fingerprint on the iPhone, and it was like, what is that? He's like, that's how they get you. And then because it was going to be Black Jeopardy, and like black people like agreed with him. It was very funny because it was showing the ways in which like these two groups that you think are so different, like the Southern whites and the urban blacks, are actually they have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. What is let's start with your impressions and your impersonations of people. Who do you do? Is there someone particular other than Albanian? Do you have like impersonations that you do?
Oh, sure. I'm always I'm really bad at like mimicking people's accents, but I will make a character that's pretty close. So my first impersonation was like, I actually just pretended to be like one of the lost Kardashian sisters. And the sketch I did was that like my mom disowned me because I had a white baby, and she was
you got me earlier when you said, and I'm trying to I'm trying to be politically correct, but when you say I don't see color, I was like, oh shoot, what do we get ourselves into?
I'm just messing with you.
I know you were. I know you got us. You got us really good.
Everything that you used to be able to say,
right,
that prove that you weren't racist, now means you're racist. So it used to be, I don't see color. Now it's like, you have to see color, because if you don't see color, that means you're racist.
Right.
Like, so then you're like, okay, that black person, they're like, why you gotta be black? And you're like, oh my God. And
exactly.
we figured it out. What do you want? What do you want? We can't say colored people, but now we gotta say people of color. What is it?
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. And I have a friend, and he's a big guy, good buddy of mine. We talk every day. His name's Sam, and we joke all the time, and we laugh all the time. And I remember when we first got together and started hanging out and doing a bunch of stuff, and I'd say, this is, or I go, hey, this is my, I would make a comment saying, this is my colored friend, and he would look at me and go, what do you mean colored? I go, well, you're colored. He goes, fuck, what color am I? I go, you're you're black. He's all, no shit. He goes, just say you're fucking black friend, asshole. And I would just start laughing. I'm like, dude, I don't want to say that. He goes, dude.
Yeah, everybody was
really?
so afraid. Everybody, for a long time, everybody was so afraid to say that someone was black. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, I mean,
Well, they say, African American, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
right.
you can't.
Right, everybody was kind of like, and that's
Yeah.
something that they always do. They always do that to police language and police, and it's like that's not going to change. Like the true racists don't give a shit. They're going to say
Right.
what they want, right? And they don't
Right.
care. So you could
Right.
do what you could stand all day, but it's falling on deaf ears. And
Yeah.
then this people of color thing has just gotten out of control. Like I was reading that woman's book, White Fragility, because I was like, let's see what crap is in here. And she's like, she's classifying all the people of color, and she's like, undocumented workers. I was like, that's pretty racist. Like, there's a lot of. Well, are you saying only undocumented workers are like minorities? That's not true.
Right.
Immigrants. I was like, also not true. And then she goes, the Chinese. I'm like, okay, all right, what's going on here? What is going on here? Have we
Yeah.
all lost our minds? Are we just completely checked out?
Yeah. No, I think we've lost our minds. Fucking, it's
We've lost our
unfucking
minds.
It's
believable.
like you gotta be you gotta watch what you say. You can't joke around. You can't say like gay comments. You can't. It's like
You can't say
can't
anything
use-
funny anymore.
Yeah, you
Right.
can't.
Right.
You can't.
Anything funny. And that is the intention. That's the intention. It's not a mistake, because comedy and satire is the way that you always undercut power. There's a way that making fun of something for being ridiculous totally takes away power from that group. And the communists that are in charge right now and that are wanting to really kind of take over know that. So, before the show started, I brought up Joe Rogan, and you were like, yeah, I can't believe he said that. And I'm like, he never said that the N-word, calling somebody the N-word, as
Right.
in, you fucking N-word, right?
Right.
Oh,
Would be
hell no.
racist.
Right.
That would be something that I'd be like, hey, buddy, you got to check yourself, right?
Right.
So that's the first point. He was mostly what he was doing was quoting other people or saying like, they said this word in the script or whatnot, right?
Right.
Why was he doing that? Because it sounds childish to say they said the N-word,
Right.
right? If you're reading a book and it's in there, or you're reading a script and it's in there, if you're watching a movie and there's a white actor, they don't say N-word. That doesn't
No.
make sense,
Right.
right? So what people all knew that this footage has been out for years.
Mhm.
Nobody had a problem with it before. Everything was fine, right? It was only when he crossed power and brought on Dr. Malone, and I forget the other doctor's name, but the other doctor that he brought on that was talking about how the COVID shot isn't as safe as they say it is and why we shouldn't take it. And then they were like, okay, buddy, you're going to see. And what they did was they didn't do it right away, because it's always how they plot and scheme. First, they accused him of misinformation. That didn't stick. Then they tried to come in and say he's a misogynist. That didn't stick. Transphobe. That didn't stick. Finally, they were like, you know what? We got him saying the N-word. Let's call him racist, because nobody's going to bother to investigate the context in which he said it,
Right.
why he was saying it. They're just going to jump on this emotional bandwagon. People are going to be too afraid to defend him, because this is what's happened. I defended him, and people in my comments were like, so you don't think it's a problem that he said the N-word? I'm like, this is not the issue, you idiot. It's not about
Right.
what I feel. I'm not him. I don't have 1 million followers. The issue that I'm telling you is about why are they focusing on this censorship? And you're a fool if you believe it's for this reason.
First Blood.
Yeah.
And you're attacking him because he's one of the biggest names in comedy right now, who is creating a whole other scene in Austin, Texas that wouldn't have existed without him. And it's a scene that is like a safe haven for comics like me who are edgy and believe in free speech and are going to talk about everything and say everything,
Right.
right? Screw all those people,
I agree.
because, you're like, oh, it's cool. It's cool if you say what I want you to say, but as soon as you say what I don't want you to say, they got like death threats.
Yeah.
Screw you. And these are the
Yeah.
same people, by the way, like those are the people that now are crying out about the censorship because now it's coming their way. And I'm like,
Right.
hey, This is the way it works. Okay. When you support censorship one way, it's only a matter of time before it backlashes your way.
Right. Dave Chappelle, another one, right? With the LBGQ.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. I watched the whole show, and then when that shit came on, I'm all, what the fuck? Who fucked this thing up? You know, who shit the bed on this thing? Because he never once said anything negative.
Well,
at
it doesn't
all.
matter. It's like the thing that you got to understand is that a lot of the times these comedians are saying things that most people agree with and believe.
Right.
Nobody in their right mind believes that you're a woman because you put a dress and a wig on and say my pronouns are hers now.
Right.
Nobody's gonna. I'm not gonna believe. I don't care. I might play along with your little dance. I have to because otherwise I'm gonna be canceled from life. But I don't believe that. And 90% of the people, 95% of the people don't believe it. You can say what you want.
Right.
Yep.
So we're talking about it, you know, and they're like, that's why they got to cancel them, because if everybody believed that you putting on a dress and a wig makes you a woman, and then Dave Chappelle goes out and says that, they'd be like, well, who cares? Everybody already believes it. There'd be no threat.
Exactly.
But he's a threat because he lets everybody know you're not alone. We all think this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's not, I don't have anything against trans people individually or anything like that. You know, I've known several trans people in the comedy community who I'm totally cool with. It's the thing of like that we as a society all of a sudden are shoving it down everybody's throat and acting like if you're not on this boat, you know, you're out, right?
Yeah.
So when it finally hit me, all the brainwashing started to break. It started to break. It was the beginning. It was like all of a sudden I started to see other things that I had accepted as true, which weren't.
Right. Take it a step further. Look at the fucking bathrooms are all gender now. You're shitting me. All gender bathrooms? Oh, wait a minute. Really? And they how it got pushed out, it's out. Now you go to restaurants and there used to be, there's some have men's and women's, but then you got all genders. And I'm thinking, holy shit.
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. What is this world coming to?
If I walk in and there's a man in the bathroom, I'm walking out.
Yeah.
And now just all the bathrooms stink. That's the other thing. Whenever I see all gender bathroom, I'm like, oh, it's gonna
So what are you trying to say? We pee all over the seat? Is that what you're trying to say?
Hey, tell Brown to pick up the seat, damn it.
You can wear whatever dress you want, but when you drop a doogie, I know you're a man.
Hey, drop it in the guy's side. Don't be dropping on the girl's side. Oh, that's
I mean, I'm not saying women don't shit. We do, but it's not. I mean, we can take some bad shit, but there's something about men. They can take shit all day, every day. It's just too much.
Oh, that's too funny. But you know, I'll tell you what, on a serious note, everything that we're talking about is fucking true. This society has gotten so blown out of fucking proportion. We have to watch our P's, our Q's. We have to be politically correct. We have to, and it's just gotten so far out of hand. I'm concerned. I have an 11-year-old daughter, and she's being any kid from now on.
Whoa.
Well, let me finish.
She's a daughter right now.
Right. But she's going to be grown up in a society of fucking whackjacks. I'm telling you, it's going to get worse, and I don't want it to.
Especially
and that's
the Bay Area. Forget it.
Yeah.
You're telling your kid she's trans. And she's
exactly. Like, hey, she's in the trans lane. She didn't even know it. She doesn't even know it. That's just the way they operate. You know what I mean? And California is just a bunch of liberal, and I don't know who comes up with this shit.
I'll tell you who comes up with it. Communists who want to break your grip on reality. Because
you know, and I'm hearing that too, though. I'm hearing a lot about the communists pushing a lot of these agendas in to disrupt our democracy and things like that. Now, is it true or not?
It's also to demoralize you as a person, because if I get you to accept an untruth as true, I can push whatever I want because you don't know what's true anymore.
Exactly. And that's the confusion that it's causing chaos in America, in this nation. And you know what? I remember I remember seeing something before when Trump was elected, and it said something to the effect of "Get ready to go back 300 years, because things are going to change," and they did. Right. They changed, and it wasn't
because of Trump. That's the thing. It was the
reaction. It was the reaction, and then the propaganda that was pushed into us by the communist and everything else. And so when you step back now and you think about it, it makes a lot of freaking sense. All the shit that's going on, it's propaganda, and it's being pushed out somewhere. It's being pushed out throughout the airwaves, throughout the social media, and people read shit and they fucking believe it. They take their common sense and they throw it out the window and they go, "Holy shit!" And I've done that. And it takes a time to think about it. I go, wait a minute. Just like you said earlier, you go, wait a minute, what the fuck's going on here? This is bullshit.
Wait a minute, this ain't true.
Yeah, this isn't true.
I find myself not believing anything anymore.
Right.
They're like, your name's Leonarda. I'm like, is it? Is it?
Exactly. Right. That's how society's really is. We live in a crazy times. We really do. And I don't think I could ever think of a time that was this freaking crazy. Even if you go back into the history books, they never dealt with this kind of shit. What the fuck's going on? Whatever happened to talking to somebody, making a communication, making a gesture, chivalry? So, there's none of that. There's none of that no more. And that's the scary part.
Nobody talks to anyone. Like, I was in New York City. I don't live there anymore, but I was there visiting last week, and I was like, okay, I know, I'm not the young chick on the premises anymore, whatever, and everybody wants to. I'm like, I'm a fairly attractive woman. Let me go take a look around and just see if. I don't even want you to hit on me. I just want to see if you even look at me. Nobody's looking up.
No.
So then I'm like, is it okay? Maybe it's me, right, man? And I look around. I'm like, they're not looking at anyone. No one's looking at anyone. No one's talking to everyone. You go in who you came with. You talk to who you came with. That's it.
Yeah.
This is unusual.
It is. That's why I'm saying we live in scary times.
Even the homeless people aren't masturbating to me anymore. I got OnlyFans. I don't need to rub one out to you on the street train.
Oh shit! Oh, hey,
they're like, don't touch me. You have COVID. I'm like, wow.
You ever seen these before? And they're like, no, we haven't seen those before. Keep it to yourself.
There's 22-year-old titties on my phone right now. That's what I want to see. Not your mama milkers over there.
Right? That's why we love you, girl. We'll always support you because you keep it 100, man.
I love that about you. I really do. When I first saw it, I was like, that was the first thing. To be honest, right when I started I just started the podcast show. I saw your videos and I was like, yo, it'd be great to have her on the show. I introduced to Brown here. I said, dude, check this out, man. Check her stuff out, man, because we need her. Not. I mean, I like. And I want you to impersonate it, but I like your New York accent when you come into character with that New York accent. I love it. I love it.
Oh, it usually happens when I start doing stand-up. I'm like, yo, what are you doing around here? What's the matter with you?
Oh, that's so funny, man. Yeah, I'll tell you. We live in a crazy world, but we need more people like you. There's no doubt. I mean, I said it before to artists. Really.
I don't think so. I don't think we need any more mentally ill people.
No, we need them.
We've got plenty of mentally ill people. Mentally ill in the other way.
Yeah, no. The one thing I love about you keep it 100. That's one thing me and Flip do. We keep it 100%. If I disagree with him, I'll tell him, dude, you're full of shit. Nope, I disagree. We do that, and we keep it 100, and you keep it 110.
Oh, yeah.
And we love that about you because, people throw out common sense.
I want to clear the air on something, though.
Clear it.
I want to clear the air on something because I don't want to bring my wife up, but, we kind of have a little thing here. But, do you think Joe Rogan has a little bone in his body that he's racist?
We all have a little bone in our body that's racist.
Yes.
Anybody who says that they don't is full of shit. Everybody.
Yeah.
Tell me when you're driving down the road, right, and somebody in front of you is driving like an asshole. Now, before you get there, you have no idea what race or gender they are, okay?
Right.
when you pass them, it doesn't matter what race or gender they are. Whatever it is, you're gonna be like, yeah, I should have known it was an Asian. You'll be like, oh, of course it's an Indian. You guys don't have cars, you have rickshaws, right? You're like, oh, woman, what a surprise. It doesn't, you have something no matter what, right?
Right.
We all have these, and we even like have it towards people of our own race all the time.
Yeah.
I'll pass I'll pass a white guy and I'm like, oh, no wonder it's a white guy. What a beta. And then I'll keep going, right? So this idea that all of a sudden we need to be like perfect humans, I mean, it's absolutely mental. Tell me, like, it's what I'm saying. Like, people don't have any kind of traditions or literary traditions or like religious traditions that they used to, where they'd be like, hey, we recognize that we're all flawed. The question is, are we trying?
Right.
Are you trying?
Yeah.
Are you, because there's a difference between, number one, I don't necessarily think that him saying the N-word in the contexts in which he said it was racist. Okay? Specifically because he didn't call somebody that. He didn't say it to a black person, you N-word, right? He was talking about the word as it was being used. When he said the thing about the Planet of the Apes thing, I was like, okay, you're on shady. That's a little racist, right?
Yeah, right.
Once again, though, you know, that's the thing where it's like, hey, if you walked out and you were like, all of a sudden in Little India, you'd be like, what happened? Did I come to Currytown? Like, you would say something like that, right? But you don't have like 10 million or 11 million listeners, and everybody's not up because you're giving misinformation, and it's all a distraction. It's the wrong thing too. I think, in fact, the fact that we give it any attention is what's so dangerous, right? Because they're not going to cancel Joe Rogan. They know they're not going to cancel Joe Rogan. They cancel Joe Rogan, he'll just open up his own streaming thing with then everybody will
make all the money himself. Exactly. Now, me and Flip are gamers. We play video games, and we have a buddy that streams.
Oh, you guys let everything fly.
Oh, we let it out. We let it out. And we play video games, and our buddy will stream us, and we're playing, and I'll get killed, and I'll go, oh, you fucking, and then all of a sudden you go, hey, you can't say that shit. I'm streaming, dude. Or he'll say, hey, Tony, that I guess another guy, Tony, that's watching the stream says, hey, that's not cool to say that. And I'm thinking, I go, oh man, this fucking guy shot me though. He shot me.
Hey, we're grown men pretending we're at war. I think anything you say at this point is
right. I just got shot. What do you want me to say? Yeah, that's hilarious.
So you guys take a look at this clip here. I got talking about gaming and all that. I got a little clip here from you. It's hilarious. Let's pause and check this out, guys.
Oh yeah, boy. Oh, don't fuck with an Albanian, bro. New Jersey. Woo, woo, woo. Çomare, çaban. Oh, Çayışker rap music is Pop Smoke. Eh? Don't you knock? You can't rap. Crack, smoke, rap. There's no crack in his name. I can't hide it. Agenda nu se martosh. There ain't no good Albanian girls left. Don't bitch Charles and speak. Video game? I'm Albanian, bro. Listen to rap, crack, smoke, pop all day. Yo, stop, Ma. You're embarrassing me right now. Look at them different shit me for. Huh? What? I'm working really hard right now, okay? I'm gonna be the next Twitch star. All I have to do is get 3 million more followers. Ow! Ne znamo muzike. Ja ješ muzika.
So what's in store for the Miss Albania? What's in store for her?
Is she coming out? Is she coming back out?
Oh yeah. Crazy Albanian. We've already been in the studio filming sketches, so we're going to be having a new sketch every week on YouTube and Instagram. So you would follow me at LeonardaIsFunny. I also have a podcast called The Crazy Albanian Show, where that comes out every Tuesday. That's on all digital platforms. And I basically talk about the crazy shit that happened that week and some conspiracies that are going down, and give my own spin on it.
Nice.
So you guys go check that out. We'll definitely put that in the link in our description here. Go check her out. You'll follow her on Instagram.
It's basically Leonarda is funny
Right.
on all the platforms. So if you look that up on YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, it's the same across all of them.
Nice. Nice. Leonarda is funny.
Leonarda.
Yes.
Leonarda
Good
is
deal.
funny. So you guys go check her out. Funny as fuck. And I can say that F word. Thanks for coming out, Miss Leonarda. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you real soon if you're out in LA. You know, I'll be happy to come visit you out in your comedy, doing your skits here in LA, me and Brown. So
No doubt.
once again,
Sure.
you're more than welcome to come back on Generation Flip Podcast. Again, follow her on YouTube, Instagram, guys. Check her out on Apple Podcasts. She's in all platforms. A legendary Miss Leonarda.
Yeah.
My boy, Big
Thank you
Brown.
for coming out.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it, you guys. You guys, we'll see you guys in the next one.
That's
This is why I envy Ariana Grande, you know? She's 25, but she still looks like she could get you in jail, you know? There's something about that look that men over 40 just can't resist. Yeah, thank you, Ariana. That's the man, right? He's like, that's my type. But I did recently have an experience that brought me back to the good old days. You know, I was on the train, this man whipped out his dick, just started going at it, you know? I was like, me? Made me feel just like a schoolgirl.